Well, guys, they always say not to bet the farm, and you know, this right here, this picture, I think this kind of sums it up. So I made a video yesterday, and the stock was, this is on a Sunday, the stock's at 40 cents, right? And unfortunately, after that, what happened was we saw what happened today, or many of you guys did, and that is that Tonix Pharmaceuticals announces a 1-for-100 reverse stock split. Now, initially, if you look at the price action today, people are very upset about this, and for good reason. Reverse splits are typically not viewed favorably among investors, among shareholders. They're just not. I mean, when you're looking at a reverse split, and I was actually a little bit surprised at the size of the reverse split. And I did mention this in my video yesterday as one of the major risks to consider with this stock. And we got exactly what I thought we would get. Now, I figured this would happen eventually. I didn't know this was going to happen so soon. And these things can kind of sneak up on people. They happen out of the blue. And in fact, if you look at when this is going to go into effect, it's only a 2 trading day notice, right? So by tomorrow, basically, tomorrow's the 4th, actually. Today's the 3rd. So February 5th, it'll be effective for trading purposes. And, it was trading at 40-something cents at the close on Friday. And now we're down over 50+%. Now, when I bought the stock initially, this is actually what it was pinned under, was 20 cents a share. And so it's interesting to see this play out because, this thing went on a 10x, and now it's basically back to the price that I originally bought it at. I bought it around 13 cents initially, and then it went up to 15 cents, and then was pinned under 20 cents for a long time before it basically did a 10x in a very short period of time. With that being said, people who bought this thing low, maybe you bought this thing under 15 cents, maybe you're still in the green, right? But the sentiment shifts whenever you see reverse splits like this, right? People just don't like this stuff. And so the catalyst is still there. We're still going to have a stock that is going to see a goal date of August 15th. And if the FDA approves it, this thing can still go parabolic, right? But we do have a 1-for-100 reverse split. Now, if you look at the price right now, assuming this floats around 15 to 20 cents, and when this reverse split goes through, let's say 15 cents times 100, 1-for-100 reverse split, that's $15 a share. At 20 cents, let's say it floats back up to 20 cents or even 25 cents by the time February 5th rolls around, $20 per share at the open, then $25 a share, right? At 25 cents, right? So you just basically multiply by 100, right? It's pretty simple math. But that's what you can figure, if we get down to 10 cents tomorrow, let's say we have another aggressive sell-off, we're talking $10. So really anywhere from $10 to $25, maybe we see a rally tomorrow back up, a little bit. But that's kind of what you can expect when this goes through on the 5th, right? Just one more trading day and this will be going through. So like I said in yesterday's video, the catalyst is still there. The catalyst that everybody wants to see is still there, and that is the Tnxp approval, right? Now you have this huge gap down in the chart from 40 cents all the way down to 20 cents. One thing I mentioned in my video yesterday, regardless of this reverse split, you still have massive gaps in the chart. You still have, if you go back to, in fact, let me find out what's going on here, because I'm kind of going over several months, and I just want to show you the gaps that we're looking at here. So if you go back to these gaps on the chart right here, this takes us up to $3 a share right there. So those gaps still exist regardless of what happened today. Okay, so even though we're down and people are not happy about this, those gaps are still on the chart. Now, not every gap gets filled, but if this thing does get approval, let's say sometime over the summer, even though we've had this nasty reverse split, even though the share price might continue to sell off, the catalyst is still there. That's the point I want to make, guys. So, we obviously discussed this yesterday. We mentioned this was a major consideration and a major risk that could have happened. And unfortunately, that's exactly what happened, right? So, but the good news is, I guess the only good news out of this reverse split news and the, share price going down is that Tnxp will now still be on the NASDAQ, right? So we're not going to have to worry about a delisting. So it is, from the perspective of somebody, if you've been invested in this a long time, to see another reverse split, I can see how that would be very, very unfavorable, right? It would be viewed very negatively, and for good reason. And so I just wanted to make this quick update video, guys, to, let you know what's going on. So basically the reason, as they give here, for the $1 minimum bid requirement. This has to do with NASDAQ Capital Market Rule 5550A1, which basically requires a company to have a share price above $1. So every 100 pre-split shares will become 1 share of common stock. So there's no technical change, but because of the negative sentiment associated with reverse splits, that's why you're seeing a 54% sell-off today. But if you're looking to get into this stock, if you're new, maybe this is your opportunity. This is where I kind of picked up my shares down here, 10 to 20 cents a share. Where this goes afterwards, does this continue to sell off as we approach the goal date? Does it continue to go down, or does it kind of float around now, in that same range? We'll see. Split adjusted, of course, 10 to 20 cents becomes $10 to $20 a share. Does it float between that range for a long time then, before this announcement comes about? Is this, most of the selling pressure we're going to see? We'll have to wait and see. We don't know for sure. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I just wanted to make this quick update video because I know you guys have been very interested in this stock on the channel. And it's just funny to me how I made this video talking about the possibility of this happening yesterday. And then, of course, it actually ends up happening the next day. So, and it was much larger than I expected. I will say that. So I thought it might be like a 1 for 25, even like a 1 for 10 puts them back to $4 to $5. That satisfies the requirement, and it's not as big of an impact if you're a shareholder, or a perceived impact, I guess you could say. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.